In this video, we're going to show you how to add in a contact who is a prospective buyer. This would be somebody you have met at an open home or someone you met while on duty. However you've met them, you need to add them as a contact into Property Suite as soon as you can. Adding them as a contact with a buyer profile allows you to automatically find matchings of listings for this prospective buyer straight away. Come up to Contacts on the main menu bar, come down and click Add New. Select the location. We're using the training database. It'll be your local branch. Step 2 has been completed because you're the salesperson. If you're in partnership, click Edit. Come down and select the person you're in partnership with. Click Close. Step 3, enter the contact details. It's important you get this information correct. Enter the full name. This is the full name that's used on all postal addresses when mail's been sent out. So use the salutation, the initial of the contact, last name, the full and. We're giving you a worst case scenario of a different last name for the partner. If I click Tab on the keyboard, it displays the sort name automatically for me. So this is the way it displays your contact within your database. You can change it if you want to. Notice that it's got the last name first of the last name entered in the full name. Over here on the DARE, we enter in the full names. The DARE name is used in all correspondence within Property Suite, so that's all emails and all letters. If you get it right here, you won't have to change the details later. Type in the email address, separate with a comma or a semicolon and add in Jenny's. Enter in the address details, care of is optional, street address, street number. You must put in street. If you've got the suburb, enter one in, otherwise come down and enter in the city. If you don't know the postcode, you can look it up. It opens up a new web page for New Zealand Post, and you can enter in the address here. Click search, and it gives you the postcode here. Close the web browser page and it brings you back to Property Suite. Enter in the postcode. If you have a different postal address, tick the box here and enter as required. Enter in the day phone, area code, separate the 3 digits with the 4 digits. Enter in the home phone, enter in the mobile, separate the 3 digits, 3 and 4 digits. Type in the name of the contact. Enter in the second one, enter in the name, enter in the fax number if you've got it, otherwise come down to the contact source and this is how you've come into contact with them or how you've met them. In this case they've emailed you. We'll come back to the My List contact methods. By default they're ticked on for you. Leave them ticked on. If the recipient of an email doesn't want to receive it, they'll unsubscribe later. Enter in the notes. These are your notes and personal to this contact. Has a dog and it bites. No one else will see these notes. Come down to step 4, click next to search for duplicate contacts. Back up to the My Lists, we're going to select Hot Buyer. This is what you entered in earlier in a previous video. When it's searching for duplicates, it will search alphanumeric, so any name that's similar to what you're adding in, any phone number or address, etc. Even an email address. Click Go To if it is already in your database. Edit as required. Otherwise click Continue to add. Step 5, would you like to add a buyer profile for this contact? We're going to select Yes because we're doing the buyer profile. We now get the search criteria information that we need to enter in. What types of listing is the buyer interested in? We're going to select Urban. This will now ask us what listing categories is the buyer interested in. If I untick all, I can select House and Lifestyle with Dwelling, multiple selection. Enter the buyer price range as a required field. I'm going to type in 350 to 450. Enter the minimum number of bedrooms. Drop down and select 3. The floor area and land size are optional. I'm not going to enter in anything. You can change the square meters to hectare here. Select the buyer preferred districts and suburbs. You'll have access to the region that you're in. You can select all, or you can select by suburb if you want to. That's the end of the search criteria information. How often should you send buyer match results to the buyer? Drop down here, we're going to select weekly. Create the buyer wish list. This is a alphanumeric field, so you can type whatever you like, or you can select from the drop-down list. You've had a chat with them and they've advised you they're interested in a character style home. They've also said to you that they would like a spa and a pizza oven. Step 6, would you like to add a vendor profile for this contact? I'm going to select no. If you were to select yes here, then all you need to do is enter in the address that they've advised that they'd like to sell. Step 7, would you like to add a series of reminders to this contact? We're going to say yes, because we entered in a reminder earlier. Drop down here and select hot buyer. I'm going to leave this date as it is, because it's going to prompt me for the reminder on the dashboard straight away. Otherwise you can click the calendar here and select the date that you'd like to kick it off from. Click save. Step 8, save the new contact. You've now completed the setup of this contact. Later on we're going to provide you with another video on how to manage your contacts, and that will show you the options in here. We'll go through those. Back onto the dashboard, and you can see now that this buyer has been added into the dashboard with a reminder for the phone hot buyer. Over here under my buyers, you will find your listing matches. If you didn't set up your buyer profile correctly, it will display down here. Please join us in our next video to see how to record your reminders and what to do with your matches.